Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have some skincare issues right here. Um, anyway, so I guess it's a really good thumbnail. What I have realized is that, you know, sometimes I just look handsome, and this view is really great, the lighting is very nice, and sometimes if you have seen my other vlogs, for example, I put it on the desktop already, and it doesn't look as cool as it used to look a couple of minutes ago. And I came up with this one quote, right? Would you agree with me if I say that space is beautiful? Probably all of the stars and um, you know any picture of space you probably have seen. You probably thought that it is very beautiful. And okay, you know what, guys, I'm gonna get back to you because my boss on my day job just messaged me, and he wants me to send my debit card number so that he can send me some money to my card. And because the whole point of this video is to talk on my journey, how I'm making money, how I'm making progress, I'm gonna say two things before I'm gonna finish the video. So remember I wanted to okay, so day job, the income, and we have another source of income, which is one guy just called me a couple of minutes ago. Give me a second. You know what? All right, so I wanna actually show you guys this thing. So so we have two debit cards right here, and one of them, this one, I am using for the agency. Okay, so we have some local clients and we have to serve them, and I have this debit card for them because I want to be aware if something goes wrong. I don't want to use the upfront fee they sent me. Okay, I want to store it, and they do send money here to separate the business from me. But yeah, just in case, God forbid, something goes wrong, be able to be flexible and say no to a certain type of clients. To my boss, I sent this green one. I actually use it for transport because it's very cheap for the transport. Our transport right here is 1,700 local currency, 1,700. But if you use this card right here, you get paid only 990 in a local currency. So but the problem is that if my boss is gonna, so here is a paradox. I used to use this thing for my salary. So I used to give this to anyone, to save up, to not spend, and this one used to be just for the transport. So I used to put here $5 or $6, which used to be enough for entire months to pay for the transport. So right now I either have to open in another one, which is gonna take time and effort, and I don't like that, let's be honest. But we have to find a way out, because right now it's a good problem to have. Agencies doing cash, agencies started doing some money, alhamdulillah, thank God. And I made a separate card for it, which I used to not have for the agency, for the local clients. Yeah, this one, transport one, obviously I'm gonna save it for the transport. I probably have to open in another one like this to store my salary from my day job. And I said you before, stop recording the first half of this video, that I got someone called me a couple of minutes ago who was kind of interested in giving a full-time, not maybe full-time, but I'm not sure, um, day job as a programmer. Not a day job, but a job as a programmer. I think I'm gonna be teaching people how to code, but the good news is that if I'm gonna be teaching very basics, not very advanced things, not very advanced things, I guess we can make it out. God will. If I'm gonna be not the main teacher, but the supporter, right? So the helping teacher, I guess. Second teacher, not the first one. In that case, I guess we can make it out. But again, I'm not the best programmer. I'm just learning, and trust me, I don't know. My self-confidence. My boss is calling me again. Give me a second. So what can I say? Alhamdulillah. Like remember yesterday or day before, I was a little not very wow, like like we're making it. Kind of didn't have the right one, I guess. Today, um, I'm not as tired as I used to be yesterday. Okay. Anyway, today I'm feeling better. Today was better. Not gonna lie. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Um, I wish I could have I wish I could have been same excited when things are not going my way. Unfortunately, I'm a human being, and I guess that's a lot harder to do that than actually say it. But you have to understand that days like that is part of the journey, and try to not be sad and too depressed. So I'm about to finish my programming course. Right now I had or have I'm not even sure um, actually. So yeah, let me explain. One thing which is really kind of making me feel very optimistic about the closer future is getting a high paying day job, not day job, but full-time job, I would say. um, so it may be in tech, probably will be in tech. I hope it will be. I hope it will be in tech. But yeah, like, shish, right now we have a one client in our agency. um, this agency thing, like I can feel, and because I know how many dramatic mistakes we are making even at the freaking moment, and it pisses, genuinely does pisses me off. But um how to say that, I guess the priorities right now are a little different. Priorities right now is to pay the debt back I have to people I owe money, get some kind of a financial freedom to stop thinking about surviving all the time and paying my bills. After that, if you watch my previous videos, you know that I have shared this plan I have for the close future many times. But if we rewind it a little bit, it's very simple, obviously. Pay the debt back, get a high paying job, God will, inshallah, alhamdulillah. And that's when, in the moment when you won't be thinking about surviving and all the time just making quick buck, that's the moment when I wanted to think about and grow the agency full time and delegate as much time as I humanly possibly can to maybe even find some people who have succeeded in this agency space and reach out to them, and even maybe pay for their consultings, because you will have some income, you will have some cash coming in to you from your full-time job to invest into yourself at the end of the day. maybe invest a little bit into ads in your own agency. So like whatever it takes to make your agency work, whatever it takes, because at the end of the day, like I believe in the model I'm pursuing, I believe in the business I'm building. That's the thing which is driving it still to this day, because I know that services are very flexible. Like, you can charge millions of dollars for the same website if you're just the right person to serve the right person. That's all it is about. If you're selling to a venture capital company, which probably can hire someone full-time and just pay them their salary, but then they have to tell them what to do. And the problem is that a lot of times, if you're not tech guy, right, you don't know what to do. So this is where the agencies come into place, because agencies know what you need, you know what I mean. um, so yeah, they come up with their own creative ideas, with their own designs, with their own anything, they handle stuff, whatever. um, yeah, like present, how the present is looking. It's very interesting. It's very interesting because I wanted, like, in my mind, it's like we're gonna do A first and then B first and then B second, but God's plan is a little different, and I guess because He knows that I can handle more than one thing at a time. And He's like, okay, son, you're about to finish this programming course, right? Good. So you have left 10 to 15 lessons. Good. um, you know what, you're paying your debt back, which is a good thing, and I like that. So here is more, you know to you, to your name. Here's one client to your agency, son. um, and it does hurt me. I don't know if I said it, but there was this one very big company who I got rejected from, uh, not as a client into my agency, but so yeah, all the latest news, which I was not in a good physical conditions to share in the previous couple of videos, which did happen, and they kind of smashed my self-confidence a little bit, that I didn't even want to talk too much into camera. But right now, because we have good amount of good things which happened, which kind of, I guess, lifted me up a little bit, and I am able to talk about also the bad things as well. So we got rejected from an international company which was actually founded in Belarus, which has 3 offices in Germany, because they needed someone with 3+ years of experience and 3+ years of commercial experience, which I don't have, because freelance does not count. Since freelance business and all these ventures, I don't think they count as maybe they're not just looking at it very serious, because I didn't write in my resume that I made this much money with my agency or something like that. Um, um, so yeah, like shit. Because of all of this chaos, fucking, I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah. But remember, I said you, one guy, I hope he's not gonna change his mind, inshallah. Um, we might get a high paying coding job. We are about to close this, not about to close, we already have closed this one client in my agency. Thank God, we have received the upfront payment. I'm just waiting for them to finish the design. um, we have one client, we have one job opportunity, and we have a lot of connections in tech world, but I'm not just using them because remember I have freaking course to finish. I have 10 lessons. Today I finished one because it was a very hard lesson. I spent an entire day doing that. But yeah, next lesson should be a lot easier. Next lesson should be a lot easier. This course is kind of like something which taking me back at the same time, but at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, this is something which made the biggest progress in me for the last couple of months. I started in November, and we are in the middle of December right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have not ever felt self-confident in myself as a tech guy, never ever before in my life. Like, yeah, like all of these things, all of these startups. Come on. We are about to win this game, and I hope we will. Inshallah. And imagine if we're gonna get a tech job, we're gonna quit this day job we're working. I'm gonna be able to pay my college bills by myself. And the thing is, my college major, I'm starting to like it and love it. And maybe I don't even really want to drop out. Not sure, obviously, I hope, if it's gonna change for better. Okay, so anything I learned about economics and finance, which is a good thing, take a look. Okay, finance and economics are not a boring thing, are not, if very basic question I'm gonna ask you, why some countries are poor and why some countries are rich? Why is that Switzerland, which has no access to water, as like my country I live in called Uzbekistan, as you know, sea travel is the cheapest one to transfer goods. Why is that Switzerland is rich and my country is not? How is that even freaking possible? Obviously, Switzerland is in Europe, you can say whatever. But I'm sorry, there is a lot of countries in the European Union, and not all of them are, as doing as good as Germany. So there should be an answer, right? And that question led me to watch tons of YouTube videos on economics and politics. And that YouTube videos led me to download a lot of books and PDFs on very basics of the economies and specific classes of economics. And guess what? Only after watching so many videos and reading so many articles, it hit me that wait a second, my major in college is actually finance and economics. I did not even thought about the fact that I'm studying finance and economics in college, because if you go to college, I'm studying in my college, what kind of lessons we have? It's English. We're studying English as like in school. We're studying math as like in school. We're studying Russian as like in school. We're studying come on, it's school 2.0, just paying one, right? No one explained what is microeconomics. I'm sorry, microeconomics sounds smart and scary for an 18-year-old. Can you explain that in a simple language? Why does this YouTubers who like have, I don't know, like no interest in making me smarter, they explain me and I understand it, and these people who I pay the cash to explain me something, they can't explain me. like they're making me be afraid of finance and economics, whereas this thing called finance and economics are very, very important, and I'm sorry, but they're interesting. And this guy right here, just, you know, this little flame which was about to demolish, they burned it even bigger, these guys. So I'm showing you to my MacBook right here. So my MacBook is right here charging. So like these guys made me love it. These guys made me scared of it. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye bye.